fact that you've been able to stay 10 years goes to show that you probably only just figured out that there's something called narcissism and your husband fits that bill or the shoe fits perfectly. And I find that once you're no longer walking and operating in ignorance and you are staring at the reality of what this marriage is and what your husband is, it's extremely difficult to live in the same household. But welcome back to another video. We have another dilemma. Let me know your thoughts down below. But yeah, let's jump right into it.
I have been married for 10 years to a narcissist. We have 4 sons together. The entire marriage has been a struggle for me, dealing with his narcissism, cheating, gaslighting and beating, which is not often or happens. Although all this time my mother-in-law has been my rock. She has loved me like her child and I also love her so much. She has been the reason I haven't given up on my marriage. And also, I didn't want my children to grow up in a broken home. Last 2 years, I gave birth to our 5th son, whom later died after some days. It was such a terrible time for me. I thought this would be a wake-up call for my husband to pay more attention to someone other than himself. But no, he didn't change. He even became worse. Late night and lack of communication. I finally gave up and started looking for comfort somewhere by chatting with people online and playing games online, which is really getting him angry. Anyways, skip to the main issue now. We had an argument and he beat me in front of my kids. I got mad and I told him I wanted to end the marriage as I was tired, and he said it is fine by him. I moved to my brother's place. His family started begging me and asking me to come back home, as it was an abomination for me to leave my husband's house to my brother's house. Even though it wasn't the first time he was beating me, I never really told my siblings about the entire marriage because I didn't want them to be disrespecting him. But this time, I told my siblings and my siblings asked me to end the marriage. And I also asked them not to tell my parents until I finally decide. Anyways, his family convinced me to go back, and out of respect for them, I did. But the entire time I was at my brother's place, I was at peace. I have never felt such peace in a long time, and I miss that peace. Do you think I should end the marriage? I'll be in the comment section. I have been married.
Hey sis, peace is important too. It's important. Like 10 years. The thing is, when you're oblivious to, the whole narcissistic personality disorder, if you don't know what it is, it obviously starts extremely subtle and you can't quite put your finger on it until it goes full-blown, narcissistic and very nasty quite quickly. The fact that you've been able to stay 10 years goes to show that you probably only just figured out that there's something called narcissism and your husband fits that bill or the shoe fits perfectly. And I find that once you're no longer walking and operating in ignorance and you are staring at the reality of what this marriage is and what your husband is, it's extremely difficult to live in the same household. But at the same time, when I'm listening to this lady talking, it's a lot of this it's displaced respect for, you're upholding this respect and honor for your husband, the family, and this and this, that, and other, whilst in the same process abandoning yourself, abandoning your self-respect, your integrity, your value, your sense of identity, because it's extremely crushing when you're married to a narcissistic husband, or even having any attachment to some close relations with someone who is narcissistic. It's extremely difficult. And the thing is, I don't know how they were able to convince you to go back once you were able to taste peace. At the same time, I'm happy that you were able to get out and they were okay for you to go. They were fine for you to go. That should go to show you that It's been a while since I made videos, and I can't tell if I'm actually speaking English. So let me see if I can rephrase. The brain is not braining. That goes to show that. Did I just say the same thing? Basically, I'm saying that if he's happy for you to go and you know anything about narcissism, that means he no longer requires you. He doesn't get any narcissistic supply from you. He's going to discard you at some point anyway. And this thing about, oh, I'm staying for the kids, I don't want the kids to grow up in a broken home. The home is already broken. You don't understand. The fact that you're so obsessed or blinded by honoring, you know, this narcissist in your life, his family and all of that. And I highly doubt that you have the right mental space or the capacity to really work through what the kids are going through. Because if you've done any research or any study on children of narcissistic parents, it's extremely difficult for them, because they themselves can pick up some habits that can then build up the cycle again, or they can then go and pick narcissistic partners themselves. So I think the focus should be shifted, okay, from all of that to the kids and yourself as well. The fact that the husband doesn't care if you're there or not, you know, you can honor and respect the family from afar. You don't have to be there. You can separate yourself for now, get your peace of mind, work out those broken pieces, take accountability, because there's so much value that it's like you don't even know your value anymore. Like, did you bring anything valuable to the marriage? Do you even trust yourself anymore? Do you even love yourself anymore? You need to figure all of that out, because sometimes when you're with a narcissist, you can forget your identity. It can get a bit wishy-washy. The fact that your family is very supportive, I would say draw closer to them, because usually, you know, sometimes it's like, no, you're married, that's it, you know. And yeah, you're not the first and you won't be the last. So do what's going to work for you and the kids. Okay, that's what I would say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but let's pick up some of these comments. All you women staying in violent homes for the sake of your children, does it occur to you that you're damaging and traumatizing your kids? Okay, a home that they're scared of what their dad would do. Exactly, because I even forgot that there's beating there as well. The home is already broken, sis. I don't think your spirit will enjoy watching you being taken out of that home in a body. Exactly. Do you want your kids to be mourning you? And then who will take care of the kids? I'm a man, family man. I advise you to end the marriage. Sharp. Thank you. Run for your life. Run for your dear life, and for the sake of those children. His family won't cater for them if he ends your life. Your inner peace matters, and don't raise your children in such a home for future sake, so they won't be a monster like their father, because you keep enduring and they will think that it's a good act. Let's wise up. Being married is not an achievement. I totally agree, because some of the kids, all the kids will come out differently. You have 5. There's going to be 5 different personalities that will blossom out of this dynamic. One will think that it's totally, if you have boys, some of the boys might think it's totally okay to treat women like this, especially the fact that he's, you know, put hands on you in front of the kids. They're going to think it's okay. Whilst others will probably be like, no, I would never want to be like my dad. But it's like, you don't even know what's going on in your kid's mind, what meaning and what message it's sending to them. So I think that's where the focus needs to go, as I was saying before. 100%. Choose you, sis. Choose you. Ooh, ciao. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I really enjoyed this one. If you ended up enjoying the video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and obviously hit subscribe button as well. But until next time, take care and God bless. Bye bye.